Hi. I wonder how long I was talking to myself before I hit start stream. Oh my goodness. Hi, my name's Marge. I'm a Hill empath. I just like having these little talks to myself about how I feel about things. Oh my goodness. Oh, I must have been going 20 minutes strong, solid. I had some good stuff in there. Let's see if I can remember any of it. You know, it was a cool thing that happened. Hi, Bumblebee. Hi. Hi. How do you do, bumbling around? A lot of people are having a good day today. I'm happy to see. People are sharing with me experiences that they're having in life, memories, because this year is all about memories. Because if you're making memories, if you're able to make memories right now, then good for you. A lot of people are. Like people are camping right now. I had one gal, Erin. She's at the Grand Canyon. That's freaking cool, man. I remember my trip down the Grand Canyon. My memories are sustaining me right now. I'm resting on my laurels because today I lived the same day I've lived for the last few years, but my life is about to change like really big. Because either way, I got to into this month. Whether I got a place to go or not, I got to leave this place. So, ah. But staying present in the moment. I did a pretty good job today. I got to meditate about an hour, and don't drink the Kool-Aid introduced me to a new prayer warrior today, House of Prayer, Safe Haven, and Mom and I listened to one of her prayers, and she has a nice voice and puts me at ease. So I got to meditate about 50 minutes, and it was kind of a cool synchronicity. Somebody had posted a story about, because on a year ago, I moved out here from Nebraska, and someone I know is on the way to root for Go Big Red. That's a real big thing out there in Nebraska. It's a real big thing. And I had an opportunity to go one time. I didn't take it. Football's never been my thing, college or pro. There's other stuff I wanted to do. And anyway, I always thought they wasted too much money on that stuff. My attitude is there's people living on the street, they shouldn't be wasting money on the shit that they waste money on. And now, fast forward a few years later. Anyway, so a year ago he was on the way to root for the team, and 1 year later, whole world's grounded, whole world's shut down. Nobody's doing nothing unless they're privileged, unless they're real lucky and fortunate. Blessed too, full spectrum. I'm being made to sit still and just learn to be patient right now. That's what my life lessons are. So I'm learning to be patient and obedient, because I ain't always been obedient in times when I need to be. So now's the time I get to do it different. So someone on his on that said how they remember back in September 13th, 1980, and they were freshmen in high school, and they had just, like, freshmen college, because I worked in a university, so I saw that entrance of freshmen at a Jesuit university, Creighton, in Middle Earth America, and God, nothing made my third eye twitch than the freshmen coming in. Yeah, anyway, when people get a taste of freedom, what they do with it, man, you really find out who people are when they get a taste of freedom, what they do with it. So this guy, like, just watched them play Utah and win, I guess, and then jumped on a bus to go see Queen in Omaha. And I was like, man, that sounds like a good day right there. Whether you like football or not, just because I don't like the same stuff that other people like doesn't mean that I can't be joyful in the experiences that they have in these paradigms, whether I agree with them or not. It's worlds of fun. It's not my world of fun, it's everybody's. We got to make a world where everybody can fit together, not just, for good old Marge, or you, or whoever. And then later, the synchronistic part is today's Freddie Mercury's birthday. Yeah, so I thought that was cool. Freddie always reminded me of I had an Uncle Kelly who passed away. Mom was adopted, and so was Kelly. Mom was part of that Native American paradigm. All these storylines that of people farming and stuff. I always knew about it because it was always my life. I wonder if I have any siblings out there because when I was born, they literally cut her uterus in half and took one of her ovaries out without her permission. That's what these doctors would do. They would create an imbalance, a literal imbalance, by mutilating the human system, cutting it in half. So every month, when that uterus would fire to create the eggs, it would be like it would go crazy. And then, but that's okay because you have false hormone replacement drugs made out of what was primarin, made from horse urine. This is the stuff, this is their ideas. It's like, let's fucking wreck people, mutilate people, and then we'll mix some shit that we can get under the sink in the kitchen and make them take it and then tell them it's for your own good. And now 2020, look at all this shit we're doing for our own good. I hope people are standing out and realizing that it's all bullshit. The elections, it's all bullshit. Paul, go check out the book, Last President, Iverson Lockwood, whatever his name is. There ain't no new storylines. All the storylines that have all been told, it's just people keep telling them in the same way over and over and over, except they always create an outcome where civilization falls, and it's like, why don't they ever create one where it thrives? Why haven't we ever had heaven on earth? Because the ego controllers, the maniacals, the freaking people, the cannibals, all those creepy pretends that DT's taking the trash out on. The storm is here. And people like me are here for spiritual triage because the most of society cannot handle conceptually. Their psychology cannot. Look at how many people just keep doing the same thing over and over and are having a hard time because their patterns have stopped. Their plans have changed, but they have always just ran their own ship. People are finding out that there is a higher power greater than ourselves out there, that we don't get to run the show all the time, and there's the time that we're supposed to be still and obedient, and there's times that we're supposed to go. When I was listening to Jessie's part two of her Illuminati talk on David Zublick's channel, she's such a rad spiritual warrior, man. She's just like got the and I'm just like, because I think about freaking bloodlines. I'm thinking about bloodlines and stuff, and I was like, I wonder if there was like a storyline someplace with me involved there. Because I'm Native American and freaking German, Norway, all that, all that. I'm like, oh jeez. But I always wrecked everything. Because, ain't no way I was going to comply with no arranged marriage. And when I was a little girl, that's how we moved from Morro Bay to Reading, is because Mom picked us up from school. I was in preschool and my brother was in like the first grade. She picked it in all the cat, and the car was all packed up. All of our clothes and, whatever she could fit in. And we started driving, and we lived with a couple women, and I know the story. The stories of, so being part of that world, I've always known that that world existed, and people are like, no, women don't have to run. We were involved in a custody suit, which I always thought was weird. Why it was so important that they got us? Because my dad never cared. He never cared, because even like the 2 weeks that we'd have to go, like in the summer and all that holiday shit, the 11-hour bus rides and shit, all that stuff, the court-ordered crap, it just sucks for kids, man. Just courts are just to make freaking greedy dudes richer. That's all it is. It got now you have all the judges that are all dirty and they're freaking humping and they're all drunk. Most of them are drunks and it's like, I'm gonna make my city. I know you and it's just like local freaking podunk law because people just got all seedy and nasty and self-serving and it's hard to see that. I don't like when that happens. Got my haircut today. Mom keeps saying, "You got your haircut. You look so much cooler." All I got is like this up top. I just got it because it's all gone all the way up. I got this little tuft of hair. I'm gonna have a lot of hair one day though. Um, so it's really cool to see that people. I'm excited to see the people that that get put into positions that I'll step in, and I'll step in some capacity. It's not like I haven't had the training my whole entire life. I need help with mom. That's all. I need, I just need help with mom. Not a lot. Just like, just like people to help me check in on her and stuff like that. If I'm like, I don't know. I don't need to worry about that too much right now. But the spiritual warriors are really stepping in to their power right now. They really are. I'm seeing a lot of people coming into their voices, and this is all the stuff that the astrology has been talking about for quite a while, and that this is what's going to happen, and now it's happening. Um, people are people that haven't known God or haven't known a higher power or God are finding one, and people that have known God are are reevaluating their connection with Source or whatever, you know. But the world's going to open up. It's just going to open up in a quiet, more organic way. And some of the things that I love seeing is the graffiti everywhere. I love it. Yeah, that artistic expression all over the place. Just let them do it. And then let that be the artist of the week and stuff like that. Coming from Nebraska and these other communities, I mean, that is one thing is like they you every weekend there is always something going on. Cookouts, there's just always something. So people were always living for outwardly worldly stuff. I mean, in Omaha there was always College of the World Series, and you always know somebody that had box seats to something, and if you're and at the time, I think a lot of the industry's moving out because the chess pieces are changing. So a lot of headquarters they're using it's like a data. It's going to be a database dump, no man's land. When it used to be everything's gone to Chicago. So like ConAgra and I mean, they're still there. There's still places that are, substantial businesses. But, like LinkedIn, that always tripped me out because LinkedIn was in this little strip mall that was like on the back way that I would go to the mall. I would always take the side routes through town because it doesn't matter. It just traffic was always stupid there. It's just the flow was just always ridiculous, and the roads were so bad that they freaking um, that they were always doing construction on the same road. It was just a nightmare. Their planners are just as bad as every place else. But you know what? It was that place I got to do things like hayrack rides, you know, falling in love in the fall and hayrack rides and stuff like that. The camaraderie and the conferences in recovery that I went to. I mean, these are all experiences because I just always went and gone to do things, you know, to make connections with people. I was in the Air Force there, and in that we got to do a lot of volunteer work to go like College World Series when it was at Rosenblatt before. That's a historical significance, and just to see how things change. I mean, the Omaha Zoo is always voted the top 3 best zoos, and I used to go. I got to go down there and look at their IT setup one day because I worked at Creighton University, and we after hours we'd get their some of the tortoise, and like they bring the tiger in to use the CAT scan. CAT scan. I mean, I've had a lot of really freaking cool experiences, man. You know, seen a lot of good shows, and freaking the winters, man. I can survive on the freight line of Omaha, Nebraska off it. Yeah. Those 7 years, they were just, God, some of them are brutal, man. I had a beautiful home there, and then I freaking just tossed it all in. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go. I always want to live in Oregon, so I'm gonna go out there. And then my everything just stopped. And then I got scared because it was like I put all my eggs in this basket, and I was so sure that this is the course of action that my life was supposed to go into, because I wanted it so bad. But then I found out I just wanted it too bad, and I was thinking too much with my ego. But the best part is Mom and I came so close. We got real close. We're real close now. I'm not like a parent, but she's like a 4 or 5 year old, man. She's the sweetest, dearest woman. And I used to hate her. I used to cuss her name. I used to hate her. Now, hopefully, if I get to live long enough, if I get to live to be 69, 70 years old like her, if I get to, I'll be okay with what I see in the mirror, because I got her face. See? And a lot of people like the baby boomers and stuff, a lot of them are not rectifying with the things that they've done in their people. Just doesn't matter how old you are, is people just do shit, and then they feel bad about the shit that they do, and then they don't ever freaking do anything to correct it, so they just keep in this perpetual motion of freaking bad behaviors to keep them in the shit, because you might as well. But there's a better way to live. You don't have to live that way anymore. You don't have to live in the shit. But people get comfortable there because it's warm and it's safe and it's cozy, and Lord knows I've created enough of my own. But I have to step out of my own fear that I've created for myself. But my skittishness, and know that wherever I'm supposed to be, wherever I go, I'm supposed to be. And that I'm just supposed to help people with their spiritual triage right now, because a lot of people are waking up to the reality of a lot of grossness that's existed on this planet for years and years and years and years, and it's hard to see. It's hard to see. So it's all about balance. You got to keep things in balance. You can't stay too much in that dark, shadowy stuff, always researching stuff. I'm going to go watch Disenchantment this evening. That's my show. And then Mom. I'll watch Mom on Hulu, season 7. I like that. Reminds me of hanging out with my recovery friends. So, I think that's about all I got. I hope everybody else out there is doing good. If anybody else, I don't even know what day it is. There's a lot of people have birthdays today. It's like 4 people. Like, oh, they're all New Year's babies. They're all Happy New Year babies. All the babies being born right now. So, set your impinged attentions for positive things, and then the freaking people are freaking out about the shamanic residents and stuff like that. I'm like, the freaking higher people vibe, the higher people sit themselves in love and self-care, because when you care for yourself, you just care for others, and live in that hippy dippy shit, and everything will be alright. Otherwise, there's gonna be hell to pay. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.